If you've ever been in a job or career that you hate, then please stop scrolling and just listen to this video, because I think this is for you. Now, I worked as a chef for years. I absolutely hated it. And one thing that always used to really wind me up was when people would say, oh, well, just get a different job. Just get a better paid job. Well, believe it or not, I had thought of that every day that I was in it. But it wasn't actually that easy, because every time I applied for other jobs, because I didn't have any office skills or computer skills, because I hadn't, done other, jobs, a lot of jobs I wasn't qualified for, and I couldn't go to college because I was working evenings and weekends. So going back to night school wasn't an option. Now I'm going back 20 odd years ago. Now I know things have changed nowadays, because you have got online courses, laptops are a lot more affordable, and it is a lot easier to do something online than having to physically attend it at college or university. But these jobs, what people call menial jobs, cleaners, bin men, chefs, waiters, they've still got to be filled by someone. And I've never looked down my nose at anyone who has worked a job like that, because I did it for years. I know how hard it is. I know how easy it is to get stuck in a rut. I know, when you've got rejection after rejection, it does get disheartening, and, it does affect your confidence. And when you're in a job you hate, you're working with horrible colleagues, earning crap money, it chips away at your self-esteem, it affects your mental health. It affected my relationships with my friends, my family. I was miserable on my days off, because I knew in 2 days I'd be going back to a job I hated. I was constantly broke. I was having to work 2 jobs just to be able to afford my rent and to run a car and, to put food on the table. So when people say just get a different job, I know it's not that easy. I did eventually get out of catering when I was 27. I thankfully got a job as a flight attendant. And it took a lot of hard work. I was applying for 10, 15 jobs a day, going to countless interviews. I got rejection after rejection. But I do believe that was the universe's way of directing me to be a flight attendant, because it was the best career move I ever did. I was earning more than twice as much money as I was in catering, and the job totally transformed my life. I was a lot happier. I was a lot, my mental health improved, my relationships with my family and friends improved. So just bear in mind, guys, when people are stuck in a rut, try and help them. Don't just come out with stupid comments saying, we'll get a better job, because believe me, half the people in the world, if they could click their fingers and do that, they would. Low paid jobs, or menial jobs, as people like to think of them, waiters, bin men, chefs, cooks, they still have to be filled by someone. And I know how hard it is, and I know how hard those jobs are, how crap the money is, how employers can get away with paying crap money while they rake in loads of profits. So if you do know someone that does want to change careers and they are fed up, just try and encourage them. Don't make them feel bad and make them, feel bad about themselves because they're stuck in it, right? You don't know what's led them to get to that stage in their life. You don't know what's led them to that job. I know people that went to university, have got degrees, and they ended up working in retail their whole lives because they couldn't break into the industry that they, I've got a friend who worked, who did a degree in journalism and media studies. He couldn't break into the industry, and he ended up working in a supermarket his whole life. He wasn't thick, he left school, got a degree, did A-levels, but sadly that didn't set him on the right path, and he ended up, in a job that wasn't that well paid. So just bear in mind, guys, we can't always, predict what's going to happen. Life doesn't always turn out how we plan. And if you do know someone that is struggling, just please support them, show them what help is available, and just don't be judgmental, because at least even if you are doing a low paid job, you're doing something. At least, you're not just sitting at home, you are contributing to society, you're paying into the system, you're providing a service to people. And just, give people a break, because life, as we know, doesn't always turn out how we like. It's not always plain sailing, and sometimes we do get ourselves in situations that we don't necessarily want to be in. But, you have to work, you have to keep a roof over your head, you have to pay your bills. So, just be more supportive of people, and if they're in lower paid jobs, don't turn your nose up at them, because it's really not fair. Those jobs still have to be filled.